Hello, you are listening to Skipping the Queue, covering episode 5. Episode 5 of
We've all
Ultraman
been
Blazar.
gone for too long. Nobody knows numbers anymore.
I was here the whole time. That's why I got
Okay. Brag about it, Christ.
Blazar Foundation.
We'll see if that's true by the end of the month.
Oh no! Spoilers for real life.
Owned. Joining me, well, my name's Red. Joining me for the next, 2 weeks maybe, and then fucking off, Mel.
JRPG plot averted.
Yeah, and also joining us, Razan.
Hi.
We're all back.
We're all back. We'll be saying this again for the Ultra 7 episode.
Yeah. We watched Blazar. Once again, Blazar was crazy good this week.
Yeah.
I just wanna lead off right at the top. I just want to get this right out of the way. I have been Garon Gang from the start. I am forever Garon Gang. That fucking John Woo shit.
Yeah.
the most incredible cartwheel flip of all time.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was truly outstanding.
Just before we start, actually talk about the episode. Red, you weren't here last week. What did you think of episode 4?
What was episode 4 again?
Any corporate espionage infiltration.
Oh yeah. It was good. I liked it. When her and Gento would kicking people's ass in that hallway, I was like, yeah, this is good. That CEO, terrible man, brilliant, fantastic.
Yeah,
he sucks.
I think
so
4
much.
is still my fave, but this was good too.
I remember a bunch of people were saying this may be my favorite episode, and I'm like, was it? I mean, I liked it, and then I rewatched the episode just now, and I was like, okay, now I see it. I can see it a bit more. It's a very good episode.
What happens in
turns
the
out
episode?
the show was good. What happens?
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta do summary duty now? Okay, jeez.
No. Just let's see. Broadly, what happens in the episode is, we've got not Emmy, Anri.
Yeah, it's Anri this week.
Yes, Anri this week. It's her episode. We go
It's
back
hometown.
to her hometown, where there is a guardian spirit. The guardian spirit is a kaiju, and it dwells underneath the mountain. And when you disturb it, it gets mad. And the shrine has been disturbed by a weapons testing. They're testing
Automatic railgun.
Yes, testing it by firing it at Garon, which seems unsafe for the people inside Garon.
That seems like a horrible idea.
Yasunori was just like, nah, it's okay. Earth Garon's fine.
I hope they got a second Garon at home, or else the Earth's going to be in real trouble if this test goes awry.
It's standard branch dick measuring. It's it is what it is. It happens. You think you could damage Garon? Yeah, I'd like to see you try. I would like to see them try. But the shrine was disturbed, and the kaiju awakens, and it has the cannons attached to its back, like it's fucking Blastoise.
Yeah,
it's a fucking. This is a few steps away from being reimagined as a Digimon.
I mean,
yes,
yeah. I mean,
big turtle thing, kinda with
it's ironic
guns
that,
on the back.
That Red brings up the Blastoise comparison, because on its own, it's already also a lot like Torterra, the other turtle Pokemon starter.
Torterra. Oh yes. Oh, I picked this guy when I played 3 hours of Pearl or whatever it was.
That was
I picked this little guy and called him Rex. Good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Turtles and tortoises are good. But yeah, they
You heard it
They
here,
then
folks.
have
Go
to-
watch Ultra Q episode 6.
Yep. You should do that regardless of whether you like turtles. But Anri is like contacted by a friend of hers, from her hometown.
Yeah,
who's
Mizuho.
Mizuho, who's like, you're fucking everything up. You're ruining you're gonna awaken the guardian spirit. He's gonna be mad. It's just like this this scroll of legend that depicts like the awakening of the kaiju.
Gomez.
Yes, just like Gomez.
Big Gomez vibes.
Except this one like is literally just like a deity and also a feature of local topography. So it's like a level of escalation.
Mm-hmm. We don't have a kid yelling at his bird though.
No egg to hatch either.
No egg. To hatch.
I would posit that Garon is an upgrade to Litra.
This, yes, true. We don't have a little kid yelling at Garon to do moves, which would be funny. There's a fight. Garon does its cool flip, because Blazar's having a rough time. Anri is on the back of the kaiju while the fight is happening, because she's trying to put the shrine back in place, which is located in like the head, and it's like a pressure point or something that's gonna make the kaiju go back to sleep.
Yeah, so they kind of like blend like the folklore fantasy with sort of like a kaiju science explanation for it, which is interesting.
There's a real reverse Mother 3 situation going on here.
True. True.
I'm just gonna assume that you're right.
He is right.
Mother 3.
You got to pull out 7 needles on an island in Mother 3 to awaken a dragon that the needles are keeping asleep.
Okay, that's cool.
Also, the kaiju name's Dorgo.
Dorgo.
Yeah.
Dorgo loses the fight. Oh, at some point Blazar snaps his special move in two, to make 2 of them.
It does like a weird back arch thing.
Yes.
That's like you can't physically do that.
I don't know about that one, but
it's really surreal and goofy.
Yeah, the rest of it, big fan. Knocks out the 2 guns on the back of Dorgo, and Anri puts Dorgo to sleep, with Ultraman Blazar holding Dorgo still so that she can do that, so that she doesn't get shaken off. Shadow of the Colossus time, once again.
And then he's like,
this is truly Shadow of the Colossus. She's got the glowing, the glowing thing that she got to stab and everything.
And then when all is said and done, he's like, I'm gonna push it over here, and we're just gonna you're gonna sleep here now.
Yep, job done.
Put it back in its hidey hole.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything's fine now.
I will say I watched this episode just because I was like, you know what? I want to give it a chance. I'm not going to probably do this for the rest of them, but I just wanted to see. I watched this one with the English dub.
Okay.
Because of the lips, like, so first of all, I will say, performances, pretty good. Standard, like, kids show affair, like, a little energetic, a little over the top, but, like, that's what this is, so, like, who cares? The lip syncing thing is a problem and a major distraction for me. During the action parts where people are typically saying just like shorter yelps or quips, you don't really notice. But for like the beginning of the episode where people are like talking about like, oh, my hometown, like it's distracting. I did laugh because when they're doing the jokes about the accents or about like, oh, like you're talking like your dad or stuff like that.
Yeah, Anri just like slips into her local dialect when Mizuho shows up.
Which they made the most Wisconsin, Minnesota-esque Midwest accent.
Oh my god.
Where they're like, oh, you betcha. And I'm like, oh, it's me.
Oh, don't you know? Or something like that.
I imagine I would, because it reminds me of like I don't have an issue with it anymore, but it was kind of funny at the beginning with the puppet show Thunderbolt Fantasy, where like there is like almost no effort gone to make like the lip flaps of the puppets match up with what's being said in Japanese. And I'm like, this is fine. This is eventually it just washed over me.
That makes me curious what it sounds like in Mandarin then. If it's like more links up to Chinese, then I'm wondering.
I mean, on the one hand, probably. On the other hand, they are puppets.
Yeah. I feel like
sometimes they say things and it seems like the lips just have not moved at all.
I this is just an aside because we're on Thunderbolt Fantasy. One of these, I feel like maybe I should rewatch with like the Chinese dub, just because I'm like, the subs are using the Chinese names, but when you hear the Japanese dub, you hear the Japanese names, and they're very different.
Yes. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah, it's like when I try and like see Japanese media of Three Kingdoms, and I'm like, that's not this character's name.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Pari P Kome.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Kome? No one. But yeah. I'd quite like the first of all, like the action this episode. Garon, as always, my fave. Given his all. Not quite, getting the dubs in place of Blazar yet, but he's on his way. I believe
the dubs in the
him.
settings of the YouTube video, actually.
Shut the fuck up. No. I mostly just I liked getting an Anri episode.
This was
I assume we'll get episodes on the two guys.
Yeah. This was a good we do not want to kill this kaiju episode, which was nice.
Right, yes. That hasn't come up yet, is the fact that they don't kill a kaiju.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Mizuho literally says, you can't just kill a local deity.
Ultra Q disagrees.
Ultraman definitely out here just being like, I'll kill all the local deities if they get in my way.
Can you imagine if the Ultra Q gang accidentally gave the octopus an accidental like turret buff?
Oh my god. Well,
no survivors.
The actual conclusion of the episode is, we accidentally made this island impervious to Japanese imperialism.
Oh my god, that would be such a better episode.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Man, that episode fucking sucks.
But yeah, I was happy to see an episode where it's just like, no, the monster was sleeping. It's not its fault that it's up now and angry and has weapons unknowingly placed on its back. We're just gonna solve the problem, put it back to sleep.
Like the kaiju has like electric beam, but like the railguns are like automatic as well.
Yeah.
It's not...
You're doing railgun testing in like a populated area. What is happening? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Also, don't test railguns. Don't be Temrai.
I liked at the start of this episode where like the fuck, am I blanking on the acronym already? GGF. GGF guy was like, talk about the specs of the railgun, and he was like, you knew all that though.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just saying it for no one in particular.
There's a good characterization, I think, at the start of the episode where like, we see Anri sort of like bashful about her rural background when she like hides the local accent. In contrast to Teraki, who's really into bragging about his rural background.
Yes,
which is nice.
We have grapes.
he's like, oh man, you should see the grapes my family grows. They're so cool. There's also nice world building for the episode where we just got like this conversation started when they talk about, oh yeah, this village, Anri's village, is like lots of good rice here. The water quality is good. The soil's good. And then like, later in the episode we get sort of like Mizuho talk about how Dorgo is sort of like responsible for like the clean water and good soil. And so it's interesting, like, not plot relevant stuff, but just like interesting like threads connecting different stuff through the episode. I thought was cool. I'd also like, just as a design, Dorgo's kind of neat as like, the sort of
he's got
the turtle with the mountain forest on its back is like a well-worn trope. It's a good one, I think. See Torterra. But one
image of him in there he is.
Something about this photo just makes it look like it's from like 20 years ago for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love this little crown thing.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that, like the sort of archway on its like head. That's like a part of the design that just see like, oh, this is a deity. The archway kind of like makes me think, yeah, that's a good fit. I don't know how to describe why, but just something about like
it kind of creates like a halo. It's cool.
Yeah. Or just sort of like an association of archways with like shrines, kind of. It's
that, or he's getting on the visor and he's ready for vacay. I could see that too a little bit.
A halo? Does Ultraman have some kind of connection to Christianity? No.
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 Don't be ridiculous.
What? The only
weird.
halo we have is Gento doing a halo jump in episode 1.
Yep. That's it. The first
It is
halo
true.
jump.
The first halo jump.
Yeah. I think there's also just sort of like themes of sort of like we have like a consistent undercurrent where it's not like necessarily at the forefront of just like the GGF is kind of incompetent and evil. And this episode just sort of like, yeah, they're just putting railgun testing in like a rural village. And just like, yeah, they kind of just cleared away the shrine because of it was in the way. And like,
yeah,
to be fair, it is like, not like, the kind of big shrine that you go to, but like the shrine that you see in like, that's like, goes up to like your calf and is like just on a tree stump kind of shrine, but still like, a kind of like disregard for like the local traditions and beliefs. And also, I guess, like, well-being, because, like, it is, like, sure, in, like, the forest area, but still, like, there's still someone's village. Is sort of, like... Yeah. And, like, you have the scientist at the end of the episode going, we fucked up. We should reconsider things after today.
And I like how they're like, yeah, we probably won't have to deal with this for another 1,000 years. And I'm like... Wasn't the whole... You caused this. Don't give me that 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Unless someone else comes along and fucks it up, which is entirely possible.
If someone wants to build like
at all.
Someone's gonna build like a supermarket or like an apartment complex out here, that's gonna be the problem all over again.
Yeah. Oh man. Well,
I didn't watch the next time on, actually. What are we getting next time?
Oh.
What are we getting? I can't remember.
A recap.
Oh, yes. So there's some kind of thing happening next week.
I think it's like a holiday.
That's it.
I think it's a holiday. I don't have enough context for Japan, but just the way it sounded.
But it's going to be, basically, viewership is going to be really down in the morning, which is when... Ultraman airs, and so they're just plugging a recap in. It's not like a production nightmare issue. It's just they're putting in a recap.
Is it a numbered episode, or is
it
just like a little
episode.
Special thing?
Special
okay,
episode. Yeah, because like,
okay,
just this is normal for like we in recent years of Ultraman. We just got a bunch of recap episodes strewn about.
G-Witch did it too. Like they had a little recap.
That was
special
production. That was production.
That was production shit.
It sounds like Blazar has been made to schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it did finish filming already, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, my gut is we probably won't need to have a skip in the queue next week. Probably.
We're skipping the queue.
Yeah. I mean,
this is exactly what Mel messaged me, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be like there's a framing around the recap where it's like the events of the last 5 episodes from the perspective of just the civilians, which will be interesting. But it's probably not enough to get like a full.
Every recap episode should incorporate, like he's Sid from Final Fantasy. Every recap episode of every show should feature Duka Eek from Victory Gundam in the wig.
He's like, you spent all this money on Earth Garon, but I have proposed a different design. It shows a giant motorcycle.
he just comes in with Kamen Rider. He's like, you could be making a different show. How can I interest you in Kamen Rider?
No, but the thing is, the motorcycle is also kaiju size.
Yes. Oh, this is yes. Actually, yes. Of course it is.
There's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I think this is also the first episode where you get like Gento clearly doing a transformation to avoid fatality.
Yeah.
Yes. Because he gets thrown because he's with Anri, and he gets thrown off the back of. He does not have the full pink circle of stamina that Anri has. He has not been out killing lizards. Like in Shadow of the Colossus, the video game.
I didn't play that game.
It's good.
It's pretty good. I don't think it's going to be life changing.
I'm not expecting it to be. I just heard it's a good game.
Okay. Some people do describe it like it's.
I find few things are actually like that.
Yes.
Duker Eek is an exception.
Duker Eek is the one exception to that rule. He's as good as people say. When he's out with his squad and he just turns to one of them and says, "Is your biker's blood flowing?" Like, this is the greatest man to ever live.
Duke Reek was always cool.
Always. All right, I think I can pretty safely say we're done talking about Blazar.
Yeah.
Pretty good episode this week.
Yeah. This is just a tried and true classic ass Ultraman, like Ultra feeling episode. I had a good time.
Yeah. This is color timer too, just before we wrap up.
Oh, hit me with the color timer.
4 minutes, 1 second.
Okay. We also got some. But it might be magazine fake shit.
Yeah,
we
but I feel like the magazine stuff is more official these days because it's more controlled. Okay. It's not like Shoji Otomo.
Because that guy died.
Yeah, he's not like going. It isn't like some guy going into the studio with entire info and then making shit up. Spoilers for the Ultra 7 episode we're about to record. But yeah, we got confirmation sort of that like this color timer is just a health bar. It's not like the 3-minute rule that some ultras have. So
okay,
sometimes they stick to it, and other times they just do the sensible thing, and it's like it's just for tension. It's not like an actual. It's not like an actual timer.
Blazar's point of view, he's got like the Call of Duty like blood on the screen.
Oh, the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
But only on the central or the edges of the screen.
Yes. Yeah. So he can still see the targeting reticle. Yeah.
And then you get heartthrob sound effects and a guy going.
Yeah, everything like becomes all the rest of the sound kind of comes a bit faded, difficult to hear. Yeah, just like that.
And Gento's like, oh yeah, it's just like my Call of Duty games.
Either that, or he's hearing the Halo Shield run out noise.
Brr, 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 brr.
Yeah. All right. Well, join us either next week or the week after for the next Skipping the Queue. We'll see how substantial that the framing thing in the recap is. I suspect we're not gonna do it.
Yeah, if anything, we'll just talk about it in the next proper episode, just a bit.
Yeah.
And tune in Thursday for Ultra Q main episode on Ultra 7 episodes. What is it? 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
12
Illegal
banned
Banned
episode.
episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How taboo.
I can't wait to guess why it's banned
Same.
in 5 minutes when we start recording.
No, don't break the kayfabe.
All right. Plugs.
Plugs.
If you want to follow the show, you can do so at ultra_q on Twitter. That is at ultra_QUEUE. I am also on Twitter at gender_redacted. Mel.
You can follow me on Twitter at Dear Crowns and on some Blue Sky too. There's the podcast email, ultraqpod@gmail.com. UltraQ is also on YouTube with that same name. And we got the Coffee UltraQ Fund for media / subbing because I'm a completionist for this podcast.
Mm-hmm. And Razin.
You can find me on YouTube. My channel is Rasen Bran. That's RASEN space Bran. It's a pun on the cereal, folks. Also, you can find me on Twitter, co-host in Blue Sky. I'm slowly starting to use Blue Sky more. I need to use Twitter less. It's a bad time every time I go on there, I feel.
It's a bad time whenever I see X.
Yeah, it's a real bad time. And then co-host, I just need to figure out what the fuck I want to do on there. It's been hard, but I want to use co-host more too. I'm Rasen Brand on all of those things, all one word, no space.
All right. Well, that's the episode. See you Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.